Hey everybody, it's Chrissy Doss, and we're going to get started in just a few minutes. I put it as starting at 2:55 so that people have time to come at 3. I'm on the East Coast, so 3 Eastern. Today's a big celebration of Delegate Your Book launch, and so I'm really excited about it. Of course, it's my first book under my own name. Of course, I've done more than a dozen as a ghostwriter, and it's pretty fun. I like it. But if you'll just give me a second, I am going to go ahead and share this out on a couple of my feeds, and then we'll officially get started. All right. So if you follow me on Facebook or LinkedIn, you might have found me that way. Or I also have the main channel on Twitch. So on Twitch, it's Invisible Writer, which is Nvisible Writer. All right, let me just share the LinkedIn post and then we will be good to go. All right. If you do comments anywhere, I should be able to bring those in. And so let's go. If you've ever wanted to write a business book, then 2023 could be your year to do that. I'm not going to say it's easy, but I will say that it's fun. I think writing should be a very enjoyable experience. And one of the things I love about publishing these days is that it's accessible to so many more people than in the past. And so you are likely to be able to find a publisher who wants an author just like you. And I'd love to help you do that. All right. So it is only 2:55, so we're just gonna wait a minute. If you are tuning in live, go ahead and give me some love in the chat so that I can see you and respond. If you're working on your own book or if you're already published, let us know. Let us know what your book is and where we can find it. So with Delegate Your Book, I want to give a big shout out to the publisher. And so the publisher was B. McTalks Press in Arizona, which is run by Bridget McGowan Hawkins, who is magical. So huge shout out to BMC Talks Press. Their logo's right here. Hang on. Okay, the camera's not. There it goes. But yes, it's here. Hi, Kay. So Kay just popped in. She says, hi, Chrissy Doss. So Kay is with Kay Kawada Photography and River 8 & Co. And she actually did the photo for the cover and my author photo on the back cover. So super cool. Great to have you, Kay. All right, we do still have a few more minutes until we're going to officially get started. Some other big thank yous from the book are Dr. Pat Baxter, Precious Williams, Deanna Long, and lots of cool people. So check it out. Angela says congratulations. Thank you so much, Angela. Thanks for tuning in on LinkedIn. All right. Thanks for the love, guys. Super appreciate it. And I have to show off my cool t-shirt that my husband got me. So it says published author, established 2023, because so January 23rd was the official launch date of the book. Today is the 24th, because usually on Tuesdays, I host the Read More, Write More radio show. And so every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Eastern, you can go to readmorewritemore.com and it'll go straight to the to the show. But yeah, so I'm so excited, and my husband's so excited for me. So thanks, babe. Somebody says congrats. Oh, actually, speaking of the mister, so this is my husband. Thanks for tuning in. And then we have a LinkedIn user with different privacy settings who says congrats and a heart. Heart back. All right, so just another minute or two. If you are in the chat, then feel free to post what's your favorite business book. If you haven't written your own yet, which one do you like? Oh, Mary. Okay, so the LinkedIn user with the heart was Mary Finch. Thank you, Mary. I'm glad to see you. All right, let's see. All right, we're going to go ahead and officially get started. If you're just tuning in, I'm Chrissy Doss, and this is a special episode of the Read More, Write More radio show. We are celebrating the launch of Delegate Your Book. It's the Thriving Leader's Guide to Finish Writing the Book Your Industry Needs. It's the first book under my own name. As I mentioned, I've been a ghostwriter since 2015, and so I've put out more than a dozen books under other authors' names, and they're really excited about them, and I'm excited for them. No, I can't tell you who they are. Gotta love NDAs. But with this book, I really was looking for a quick read, right? Because it's for busy professionals who have other things to do. So, all right. Hello to those of you tuning in live, and thank you to everyone who will watch the replay. As I mentioned, Delegate Your Book is a focused read for busy professionals who know you need a book of your own to reach your personal and professional goals. It shows you how to finish writing the book your industry needs so that you can scale your ideas and your business. I am the book coach and ghostwriter for thriving business leaders, and I'm going to share with you today how a book can help you, number one, meet your professional goals, number two, explain your why, and number three, reach a larger audience. Thanks for the congrats, second LinkedIn user. Good to see you. If you want to post your name in the chat, then I'll know who you are. All right, so we're going to jump right in with how a book can help you meet your professional goals. So a book can help you meet your professional goals in a lot of ways. You want your book to meet the larger goals that you envision for your career and not just be another book that sits on a digital shelf or a warehouse unread. So you don't want to just write like a puff piece or a vanity piece, right? You want there to be substance, and you want there to be value, and you want to attract the people that you're trying to attract, right? So when I wrote my book, right, I wrote it with the nonfiction author in mind. And so most of the things that I walk my reader through are from the perspective of someone writing a nonfiction book, so that my ideal market, my ideal audience can get their goals met. So it took me 8 years to prioritize writing my own book for the same reasons my clients have a hard time finishing their own. Things like revenue generating work fills the calendar, time sensitive business opportunities take priority, competing goals of work, play, family, and self. And they're afraid to move from vision to reality. So if you have any of these challenges, just let me know in the chat. What's keeping you from writing your book? Hey, Linda on LinkedIn. All right. So in my book, especially in chapter 1, I give you a strong foundation so that you have the tools that you need to imagine the way that a book plays a larger role in the goals for your life. So specifically as it relates to goal setting, right? And I'm actually going to read a little bit today. I'm really excited. So this is my first author reading. So thanks for tuning in. All right. So this is from chapter 1. The ability to identify for yourself what has worked well for you in the past and identify what will take you to that next level is what separates your aspirations from your success. Your book can communicate your process in a way that resonates with future colleagues and clients. And then further down the page, I wrote, your book will be a reflection of your talents and values. The version of this book is also a version of yourself that you put out in the world forever. You can always update and revise with a future edition, just as you can navigate career changes. But you want to stay as close as possible to your original intent so as not to confuse your readers or your current clients. And so, Linda or Mary wrote time as a barrier to getting their book done. Time is a big one. So if you're tuning in live, let me know in the chat, what are your talents and values? Because we were just talking about how the book will be a reflection of your talents and values. So what are your talents and values? Let me know in the chat. So I'm going to cheat a little. Kay's talent is branding and photography. Very skilled, very skilled. Our values would be professionalism, luxury, elegance, like these other like tangible things. Oh, thank you, LinkedIn user. Someone wrote, book is started, but finishing is time related. Oh yeah, the struggle to finish is real. If you're on LinkedIn, if you want to just at the end of your comment, just put dash in your name, and then I'll know who you are, so I can give you proper props. Awesome. Does anyone else want to chime in on talents and values? Ooh, nice. Okay. Angela McGuire, MBA, says her talents and values are public speaking and business strategy. Very good intersection for a book, Angela. Mm-hmm. And she adds that family integrity are her values. And so those are definitely things that you can pull in to your book. With family, if you're writing a professional book, maybe you're talking about like family owned business, or maybe you're talking about, family as your motivator. So sometimes your values can be public and sometimes they can be private. So it just depends on how you want to position yourself. Linda Turner on finishing is time related. Thank you, Linda. Awesome. All right, guys, moving right along, we're actually going to do an exercise. So if you have some paper, or you can throw up a Google Doc or something nearby, I'm going to take you through an exercise from chapter 1 on identifying your professional goals. Okay. So let's see. So we're gonna talk about professional goals, and I'm going to disappear for a minute to show you my screen, but I will be right back. All right, so we are talking about identifying your professional goals as it relates to chapter 1 and Delegate Your Book. And Delegate Your Book is going to take you through the creative spark, the right approach, and the business of your book. And if you're just tuning in, thanks for tuning in live, guys. I super appreciate it. And we're just getting started on the first main point of today, which is how a book can help you meet your professional goals. So we're going to talk about professional goals. All right. So the first question is, which of your clients do you want to work with again? So go ahead and think about that. If you want to comment publicly, maybe don't share your client's name, but feel free to talk about the types of clients that you want to work with again. And then the next question, what made your past client work successful? Who are you excited to work with in the future and why? So the difference between which of your clients do you want to work with again and who are you excited to work with in the future is your clients that you want to retain. Those are people that you already have relationships with and you already know what it's going to take to woo them. You already know what information they need, what pain points they have. Who you're excited to work with in the future, that's more related to aspirational. If you have your eye on a specific person or a specific type of person, then that's really who you want to target your book toward. And then what is the most fulfilling part of your day-to-day work? What is it about your current career that you absolutely love and want to do more of? And then, let me take the banner down because it's blocking it. Hang on. What projects keep getting put on the back burner? So when you're identifying your goals, it's important to recognize that you should pay attention to what you're not doing as well. Because if you keep saying that something's a goal and you're not working, you're not making any progress toward it, then maybe it's not a priority for you right now. Okay? All right. So does anyone want to talk about these things? So we have which of your clients do you want to work with again? What made your past client work successful? Who you're excited to work with in the future and why? And what is the most fulfilling part of your day-to-day work? And what projects keep getting put on the back burner? Awesome. Well, now that you've written those down, let's go ahead and move on to identifying your personal goals. So with your personal goals, your personal goals are going to be more along the lines of who in your life do you want to spend more time with? What areas of your life do you want to grow and develop? What areas of your life do you want to minimize or discontinue? What has been your highest personal achievement to date? And what do you want to achieve next in your personal life? So when you're talking about these things, you want to almost make like parallel lists, right? So you're going to have your professional goals on the left and your personal goals on the right. And you could do it online, you could do it on a piece of paper, whatever works, right? But what you want to look for are those points of intersection. So I'll give you an example. So we have, let's go back a little bit. So let's start with this one. Which of your clients do you want to work with again? So if you know the type of person that you want to work with again, and you know the most fulfilling part of your work, then you're going to take those two pieces, those two data points, and you're going to make sure that your topic is 100% related to those things. Then you're going to layer in what do you want to achieve next in your personal life. So let's say that you're a speaker and you want to work with more corporations. Okay, you want to do more corporate events. So maybe one of your personal achievements is that you want to run the New York Marathon. Okay, so you could position yourself to keynote an event that you know is held in New York around the marathon time. I would advise that you run the marathon after your speaking event rather than before. But if you're a super marathoner, then you could probably do it that morning and then be like, hey guys, I'm here for an evening event. But yeah, that would not be me. I don't even run if someone's chasing me. But maybe you do. So, all right, guys. So any questions on personal and professional goals? All right, I'll give everybody just a second to chime in because I know sometimes the live stream's on a delay. All right, so moving right along. So we're going to talk about how a book can help you explain your why. Okay. So the way that a book can help you explain your why, uh, the one thing in common across industries is that the successful professionals usually have at least 5 years of hands-on experience before they sit down to write their book. You can write a book to launch a new business or service because it gives you a chance to position your why. There are a lot of realtors that have as many years of experience as you do. There are a lot of lawyers who have as many years of experience as you do. And your why is one of the differentiating factors in how you work, because that's going to feed into your talent and that's going to feed into your values. And it's super obvious why your why would feed into your values, because your why is your motivation, and your why, like your values are positioned around your motivation, because it's about like your core strengths and your core values and your beliefs and all of those awesome things, right? And so what you would do is you're going to magnify your why. You're going to let people know what interests you about this. So I love writing because I'm a super nerd. I love writing. I love reading. I love all of the nerdy bits that come with this. And people know that I'm pretty nerdy. And so like I'm really into the things that I'm into, and it's really fun. And so, ooh, thank you, Angela. We'll just pop this up. Angela says, great questions for introspection. Thank you, Angela. So the questions that I mentioned for your personal and professional goals are actually literally in chapter 1 of this book. And chapter 1 is Big Goals, Lasting Legacy. So definitely some big things to work through there. All right. Do we have any questions about the why? And actually, if you're still here live, I would love to hear what's your why. My why is I want to read more and write more so I can learn more. So I'm very much into teaching and into nurturing those who want to provide more information to their community and better their community. All right, so we are going to do a reading from the book. This is still chapter 1. This is as it relates to you have the ability to magnify your why and shape your legacy by magnifying your message. So as I was saying, big goals, lasting legacy. As an individual, you already have influence over your peers and immediate network. As an author, you can generate influence over people you have not yet had the pleasure to meet. Build the legacy you want to outlive your body of work. Your legacy is the result of you reaching your professional and personal goals. Remember that you can always shift and evolve, so leave room to grow when you are choosing your book topic. The reach of your legacy will be largely determined by the size of the community you build around your expertise. And then we go into a different heading, which is who will your legacy impact? Okay. As authors, we often think of legacy as something literary. What will the critics and colleagues say about my penned tome? It is important that you think more broadly about who your legacy will impact rather than what the critics are going to say. You have the ability to impact your peers, your loved ones, your clients, your community, and beyond what you can imagine in this moment. And then we go into another heading. What do you need to do now to start working towards your big goals and planned legacy? You are a smart and capable person. You already know how to break down your big goals and get the pieces in place to set yourself up for success. Consider the impact you can have on your community and the people you serve in your business if you are able to communicate your story in a way that magnifies your message. A book that explains your most important message can reach people outside of your network and leave an indelible mark that lasts for decades. Get clear on your goals and intended legacy, and you will be better able to set yourself up for success. To learn more about the topic, books I've recommended are listed below. I'm actually going to show you that book list because I think that you'll like it. So the books that I recommend related to your why and your purpose are A New Earth, Awakening to Your Life's Purpose by Eckhart Tolle, Designing Your Life, How to Build a Well-Lived Joyful Life by Bill Burnett and Dave Evans, and We, A Manifesto for Women Everywhere by Gillian Anderson and Jennifer Nadell. So fun thing. With the Read More, Write More radio show, I do book reviews. And so I review nonfiction books and I let you know like what's working in them, what made them great, why are they popular, how on the public side, how are their authors leveraging them? And I let you know how to take pieces and how to make those pieces work for you in a way that makes sense, right? So definitely check out those books. But the reason I brought up the book reviews is because I'm reviewing We in February. So I hope you tune in. I hope you tune in for that. Okay. All right. So let's see. All right. Well, while we're paused on why, does anyone have any questions? I'm happy to answer any questions about writing, about how to find your intersection of goals. Are the book reviews on your website or elsewhere too? So, hi, Tom. Oh, Tom's a fellow ghostwriter. Good to see you, Tom. And Tom's tuning in from Twitch. That's what the little purple icon is. How exciting. Hi, Tom. So are the book reviews on the website or elsewhere too? So the book reviews are on YouTube. So I put the replays of the radio show. All of the replays of the radio show are on YouTube. And I will be adding the written version of the book reviews to my website, but it's not there yet. And I don't anticipate it'll be there before the spring. But if it comes out sooner, I'll let you know. But the book reviews will eventually have a written form on the website. But for now, they're on video on YouTube. Right now, there's one book review up. By the way, guys, today's episode 6 of the Read More, Write More radio show. We just launched in November, so still pretty new. I have only reviewed so far one of the Michael Hyatt books, whose name is escaping me. I can only remember the name of my book right now. But anyway, it is episode 1 of the Read More, Write More radio show. All right. Do we have any questions? No? Okay. All right. So now I'm going to talk to you about how a book can help you reach a larger audience. All right. So if you're live in chat, let me know, like how big would you want your audience to be? So would you want it to be like small, medium, large? And what would you consider a medium or large size audience? So for me, I don't do a lot of speaking in person. I do virtual events. And so when I'm hosting a workshop virtually, usually I'm very happy if I get, 10 or 15 because I try and, work one-on-one. And some people, they present keynotes and they present to thousands of people on a single webinar. And I would consider that a large audience. They might not consider that a large audience. For them, a large audience might be, a stadium. And that's pretty cool. I think that as long as you are clear on what your perspective on the size of an audience is, then that's all that matters. Also, as you go more niche, especially in real estate and in law, there's going to be a smaller audience to tap into. And so you want to be very intentional when you're picking your topic on how you define your audience and everything. Okay. All right. So you are the only person in the world who can teach your audience about what makes your process work. The lessons you have learned and the hard-won successes you achieved are yours and yours alone. And some people wonder, well, if the knowledge is all in my head, how do I get it out for a ghostwriter? And for a ghostwriter, most of the time they do that through interview. Many ghostwriters are former journalists, or in my case, I'm a former book editor. And so I know narrative structure, and I know grammar, and I know how to tie concepts together. And Tom Bruin is a storytelling expert. Tom, what is your brand? Can you post that up? Your salon? Hang on, we'll give him a second. He did say Finding Your Own North Star by Martha Beck would be good for a future book review. So I'm going to write that down. I think Martha Beck. I think for Tom, his brand, I want to say, hang on a second. Fitness for Multiple Monitors, people. Okay, I am not recalling the. That's gonna bother me. Hang on. Tom, I got you. I'm gonna just look it up on LinkedIn. The brand roadmap. That's right. So you can find Tom on LinkedIn, and he is the creator of the brand roadmap. So there we go. And you can find him at sharpcontent.com and brandroadmap.com. Awesome. Thank you, Tom. All right. So diving back into reaching a larger audience. All right. You can choose to share your knowledge and experience with an audience of people who have never met you. They may be interacting with you for the first time, and this is the only way they can get to know you. So what I did for my book, right? So with Delegate Your Book, the cover, super me. It's very friendly. It's very open. It's pretty nerdy. It's pretty nerdy looking. And it makes me happy. So when you're working with a publisher, your publisher will have a lot of say in your book cover, and you want them to because you chose them for their expertise. But as an author, you don't want a book that's going to make you cringe, right? So if you are not personally a fan of Comic Sans, I don't recommend using Comic Sans on your book cover. But you want the book to really represent you. Just a quick note on reaching a larger audience with books and covers and all this thing. I do not recommend putting an image of your logo, of your business logo, on your book because logos change. Your name probably won't change. And so you want it to be branded for you and not for your business. You want it to still be helpful for your business, but not so caught up in the business that it's all right. So one other thing is that your book can make it into rooms that you cannot, and you never know exactly how a reader came into your sphere of influence. You might never know. It could be that they're like, hey, my uncle recommended I read this. Oh, I saw your book at the airport. That's cool if you know, but sometimes people are just going to be like, hey, I read your book. Can I work with you? Or, hey, I read your book. I really liked this and this about it. And that's really kind of fun because you get to meet all these new people and a book can serve as a pre-vetting process because if they like your book, they like you, maybe they'll like working with you. If the book really didn't resonate with them, they're very unlikely to reach out. Right. Your referral partners and your colleagues can also share your book as a valuable resource. And so that's a way to extend your network and also provide value to your people. Yeah. All right. I'm going to do a reading again. So as we're talking about audiences, I'm going to talk about the difference between single sales and bulk sales. Now, I know technically you know the difference between a single sale and a bulk sale, right? But I want to talk about what does it really break down to, okay? So what's a single book sale worth? A single book sale is worth more than the few dollars you will make selling a copy. Calculate instead what a new client, consulting project, or speaking gig will add to your bottom line. If your average client value is 4 or 5 figures, then it may make sense for you to invest more in your book upfront. What are bulk book sales worth? Try saying that 10 times fast. Anytime you sell 10 or more books in a single transaction, that sale is considered a bulk book sale. Bulk book sales can happen at speaking events, conferences, and trainings. Your take home for the sale per book will be less than it is for single sales, but you can use the sale as a great opportunity for a photo op. If you personally autograph the books and mail the box, shoot a prep reel. When you supply bulk for an in-person event, be sure to have a photographer assigned to shoot some photos at the author signing table. So your single sales, those are great for, longevity and ongoing. Your bulk book sales, a lot of times those are going to come from one-off events. And if you leverage the event correctly, you can really maximize your revenue. And the way that you maximize your revenue is by providing the highest value for the people attending the event, right? A really good example of that is Precious Williams. She does fabulous, fabulous things. Check her out on LinkedIn, Instagram, everywhere. Precious Williams, the pitch master queen. And her latest book is Pitch Queen, actually, which I will be reviewing coming up. I think that one's slated for March. All right. As a professional ghostwriter, editor, and book coach, I have partnered with more than 100 authors to help them finish writing the book that their industry needs. And in 2023, I'm set up to help 100 more authors finish their nonfiction manuscripts. If you want my support this year as a ghostwriter or coach, go to delegateyourbook.com and you can scroll to the bottom of the page and book a discovery call. And it's 15 minutes just for us to, see if we vibe and if I'm a good fit for your project. And if I'm not, I know a ton of people and I'm happy to refer you to someone who's the perfect fit. So those were the 3 things that we covered today was how a book can help you meet your professional goals, how a book can help you explain your why, and how a book can help you reach a larger audience. Does anyone have any questions that's on the live? Happy to answer anybody. Right. Well, I am actually going to go ahead and I don't have any questions here, and I've shared what I wanted to share. So you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to sneak in a writing session. So if you're tuning in live, you can do a guided writing session with me. Let's just do 10 minutes. All right, hang on a second. All right, so let's see. So with the guided writing session, I want you to think about your personal and professional goals. Um, so let's see. Actually, let's go back to what are your talents and values. So we are going to do 10 minutes. And you can write on Hey guys, we're just going to wrap up the writing session. I hope that you had some good thoughts around your talents and values. All right. Awesome. Welcome back. If you enjoyed that writing session, I alternate episodes of the Read More, Write More radio show, which again, you can go to the readmorewritemore.com, readmorewritemore.com. And next week, actually, the 31st, we'll have a special guest, which is Bridget McGowan Hawkins of the publishing fame. And I am excited to see her. It'll be her second time on. And usual episodes alternate between guided writing sessions and book reviews. And I did take a quick peek at the Finding Your Own North Star by Martha Beck, and that will definitely be in rotation too. Awesome. I had planned for a slightly longer event because I thought I'd have more questions, but totally cool, guys. If you have any questions, feel free to send me an email or contact me through delegateyourbook.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for watching the replay. Have a great day.